This is a first impressions video of Anomaly Defenders. The game is not yet out. This is a non-embargoed press release. In the background you will see stage 6, only mildly successful. This is very subjective content as it's only my first impression and my first look at this game. Anomaly Defenders is the next game in the Anomaly franchise. I do not have a huge experience with Anomaly, but I know about Anomaly's concept and I know that this game does things a little differently. Instead of controlling a convoy and try to fight your way through a tower defense maze, you have to build that maze. Some features make this game stand out compared to other tower defense games, such as your towers can be destroyed, and there's line of sight. If you place your turrets behind a rock, the enemy as well as your turret can only aim but not shoot. Also, you can influence the enemy pathing by building mines, even if there are no more resources to actually mine. The graphical fidelity is good, but also very flashy. They strained my eyes after quite a short time. There were 7 levels I could play so far, and I liked all of them. And the towers use a rock-paper system mechanic. That means if you have certain towers, you can blast certain enemies better than with other towers. There isn't a lot of voice or sound or text in this game, but the text that is voiced pretty good. I like the voice acting. That being said, there's not a lot of it. I did enjoy the game a fair bit. I liked more things than I disliked, but I just can't get over some facts. Now, don't forget that this is a pre-alpha build for press purposes, so everything may change, and most likely will. There's absolutely no story in this game so far. Maybe it comes later, maybe it won't come at all, but basically you only get the tutorial screens and a little information box telling you why you are doing a certain mission, but that's it. The game is ridiculously easy, but at least in the press copy there was a weird difficulty spike. I first tried the first 6 stages of the game on hard with all points, but the difficulty in level 7 spiked so ridiculously high that I had problems beating it after the 7th attempt. If the pace continues this way, then the game needs to be replayed in order to win older missions on the hardest difficulty. Why? Because if you replay older stages, you keep new weapons and upgrades you got much later in the game. But that would make the game grindy and hence bad. I don't mind challenge. That being said, in order to get all points on hard on level 7, I had to actually play through level 7 to get the Behemoth AoE anti-mecha turret. That's a long word. But that aside, it means the challenge wasn't fair to begin with, because without the turrets I received later, I couldn't beat this level on the full points on hard. While it wasn't impossible, there's still the chance that some people have beaten the stage without a Behemoth turret. I just don't count as one of them. And I did have beaten the stage on hard before that turret, I just had a really hard time doing it. And I never ever received full points for doing it without that stupid turret. No matter what I tried, no matter how I redesigned my defenses and upgrades, I had no chance. But now the next thing I didn't like. The next thing I didn't like is actually that you have to place your turrets on preset locations. Now you say, this is a good idea, why not have preset locations? Why do you want to place them everywhere? Because I feel that this is wasted potential. How? Let me elaborate. The line of sight mechanic is really great, and if you could place your towers anywhere, I would place them in a way where they could snipe my enemies without taking much damage. That would reward me for creativity. But the problem right now is that there are basically not a lot of points where you can place the towers on. That means you are actually very limited in what you can and cannot do. And sometimes it just screws you over, because some towers are just simply getting attacked, while others in the near proximity stay completely alive. And in stage 7 you can't actually place the towers smart, because the map is asymmetrically, and I honestly believe that the south entrance is easier to defend just because of the tower placement possibilities. And also, there's this completely ridiculous overpowered AoE heal. The developers give you a second resource, the so-called energy, and with energy you can shield and heal your units. However, when you upgrade the shield with technology points, it gets an AoE radius. That is, if one tower takes massive damage, you can shield it and just heal the tower next to it. Both towers get healed so absurdly fast that even elite enemies cannot DPS it down. Especially not with your shield active, which reduces the damage flat out by 75%. But other than those botherings, it's a really nice game, and I'm really excited to see where it's going. I can't wait to play the next 20 stages, or 16 stages. I don't know how much more they want to add. I don't care, I want to play them. Give me the code. But this concludes my first impression on Anomaly Defenders. I will revisit the game once it comes out or once I get a proper code. Also, thank you GameInterface.net for providing me this alpha build. And if you didn't feel your time wasted, then please like and subscribe. And comment, just give me feedback, I would love to hear yours. Till next time, good old nighty.